my dearest aesthetes of the Make Photos great again, Virtual Photo Club. How splendid to reconvene in this most symmetrical of months, February 2026, devoted to that most classical of virtues, symmetry, balance, harmony, the architectural handshake between left and right. And yet here I stand before a delicious dilemma, a four-way tie for Photo of the Month runner-up. Four compositions aligned with such geometric grace that even Euclid himself might have dabbed his brow. Let us then stroll through this gallery of measured magnificence and determine which vision shall rise perfectly poised above the rest. Fourth place, Villa Antonia Interior, score 9.3 out of 10. This image is a lyrical waltz of staircases and wrought iron, a composition that curls and ascends with Mediterranean elegance. The symmetry here is subtle rather than stern, and a dialogue between levels, arches, and greenery that feels architectural yet alive. The central table anchors the frame like a diplomatic envoy negotiating between upper and lower realms. Light spills downward with a painterly softness reminiscent of Vermeer visiting Tuscany. One might gently ponder whether a slightly more centered vantage could heighten the geometric authority, yet its romantic asymmetry within symmetry gives it warmth. It is balanced, yes, but never sterile. Third place, Cold Pier, score 9.5 out of 10. Here we encounter symmetry not as ornament, but as meditation. The pier extends like a thought, held in perfect stillness, its railings marching into the horizon with monastic discipline. The long exposure transforms water into silk and sky into whisper, leaving the wooden planks to recite their quiet geometry. It calls to mind the restrained elegance of Japanese minimalism, balance achieved through subtraction. The tonal harmony in black and white is particularly exquisite. Perhaps a whisper more contrast in the midtones might further sculpt the form, but truly this is symmetry as serenity, a chapel built of planks and patience. Second place, Texas Capitol Dome, score 9.7 out of 10. Now we look upward, and upward again, the dome blooms like a Renaissance mandala, each coffered panel a petal in a grand architectural chrysanthemum. The radial symmetry is nothing short of celestial. One feels drawn into its orbit as though gravity itself were decorative. The framing is bold and immersive, the circular composition enclosing us in civic reverence. The tiny star at the apex serves as a punctuation mark of destiny. If one were to quibble, and I do so with velvet gloves, a breath more tonal separation in the upper ring might enhance dimensional depth. Still, it is symmetry at cathedral scale. First place, Texas Capitol Representative Chambers, score 9.9 out of 10. And here, my friends, we witness symmetry not merely observed, but commanded. This chamber unfolds like a meticulously tuned orchestra, desks lined in stately cadence, chandeliers echoing overhead, the central podium standing with judicial poise. The balance is both horizontal and vertical, architectural and ideological. Even the portraits on the walls seem to nod in solemn agreement. The black and white treatment heightens the gravitas, allowing line and repetition to reign supreme. One scarcely finds a note out of place. It is symmetry as structure, symmetry as democracy, rendered in wood and light, utterly assured and magnificently composed. And so, with admiration in my monocled eye, it is Texas Capitol Representative Chambers that receives this month's laurels. Each of these works demonstrates that symmetry is not mere duplication. It is discipline, rhythm, and visual music. From dome to pier to villa, balance has taken many noble forms. And so, dear friends, may your lenses remain curious, your compositions brave, and your hearts ever attuned to beauty